So today's class connect is going to be on cyberbullying, and so we've discussed this a little bit over the course of the school year. And since we're a virtual school, this is a subject that I definitely wanted to talk to you about, and especially the things to look out for, what to be aware of, what to pay attention to the role that we play or that we could play in a situation where there may be some cyberbullying going on, and and what we can do about it. So again, I'd like to thank you guys for being here. And so really the main question is, what is cyberbullying? And cyberbullying is going to be the use of media such as cell phones and the internet to intentionally upset or bother someone. So when we think about what does it mean to bother someone or harass them, it's really to make someone feel uncomfortable by something that we're doing. And it could be through text message, it could be through video, it could be taking a photo of someone and altering it to the point where we're trying to embarrass someone else. And so we want to be careful of that. Some statistics that I found from the CDC, or Center of Disease Control, mentions that among middle school students, so my students here in sixth grade, 24% of them are cyberbullied, and 45% are bullied on school property. And so again, since we're a virtual school, and this is the way that we all interact. Maybe in our situation, it may be a little bit different. That number might be a little bit higher, and so, and maybe it's not something that's constant. And you only have opportunities to interact with each other, in short times with me there. But again, it's just to make sure that that you guys are okay. And then another thought here that mentioned that 90% of teens who report being cyberbullied also have been bullied offline. And so, this takes it back to our rules that we have for our classroom. Not to share information without permission. And it's just to make sure again that you're safe. We want to make sure that that you've and this is a different subject about being private with your digital information. But again, that serves as a protection. So what we want to really think about is making sure that we understand what hate speech is, which would be making cruel or negative comments about someone based on their race, religion, national origin, ability, age, gender, or sexual orientation, and anything that tries to incite anger or fear in someone. This really can be considered hate speech. And we often do recognize it when we see it or we hear it. We recognize it when it's in the news or in the media, and it makes us feel uncomfortable. And so we want to make sure that we don't participate in that. So who are the offenders? Really, it can be someone who has a malicious intent, or intentionally harm someone or damage someone. But we also want to be careful that we're not the type of people who hurt other people. Bullying can be done, but not on purpose. And so again, we want to make sure that we're not contributing to that. And we also want to think about, who can be a target, and that's something I thought about a little bit as far as who is the person that can be affected by this, and really can be anyone. Anybody can be a target for this in this situation, and something that we have to be careful of. So, a target's going to be anyone who is an intentional target of a person. And who decides if someone is offended? Well, of course, the person who's hurt is the one that decides how they were hurt or offended by someone's actions. They might want to consider what was done to them and think if you would like that same thing done to you. And oftentimes, other people are aware of cyberbullying, meaning that maybe they were, they were there when it happened, but they didn't really say anything. And so that's why we want to think about what role do we play, those of us who may see something but don't do something about it. And really what that makes us think about is what is the opposite of that. Well, that will be an upstander, a person who supports or stands up for someone else. So if someone makes us aware of a situation, we want to take them seriously and not minimize what they've gone through or what they've gone through, but do what we can in order to help out with the situation they're in. And again, we all experience different things. We experience different situations in our lives, whether it's within, between family or friends or acquaintances, online or by text. And we want to be careful that the things that we say, the things that we do, that it's never misinterpreted. And if we are angry or upset, maybe it's better off to wait until we calm down, until we're in a better situation to handle it. So what can we do? Well, we really have got two choices. We can either be a person of support or a person of cause. We can either be a person who escalates a situation or makes it worse, or a person who de-escalates a situation to try to make it better. And so really be careful about how you handle a situation. Are you going to be a person that's going to fix something, or are you going to be a person that's going to make it worse? And so I really want you to take this time out, maybe a couple of minutes, to think of different ways that you can be a good citizen, how you can help others out. And please share, for a couple of minutes, ways that you can improve a situation, maybe that you're aware of something that's happened, or maybe it's happened to you and you thought, you know what, it would have been nice if someone had done this for me. I found this quote, which mentioned, which I really appreciated. It says this: words can hurt, words can heal. What did yours do today? And I thought that was a really interesting thing, because really, at the end of the day, we really want to think about what we say and how we say it to others. And so I really thank you for participating today. Hope that you can really kind of use this information in your own personal life and use it to benefit others as well. Thank you.